Today I want to talk about the solo vehicle experience and some of those things that are just like highly recommended that, at least in my perspective, things that have worked well for me, things that I would personally recommend that people get as a solo player, grinder, if you want to solo in public lobbies, private lobbies, whatever. Um, that's
Good
what I
to see
want
you.
to kind of talk about and what those vehicles are that I personally recommend. Number one is the armored Karuma. I could showcase some of those. I think a lot of people have seen those before. I might put some pictures up here, but the armored Karuma, 100% is kind of that vehicle that will um, get you from point A to point B in missions, in heist prep, things like that. So much easier than anything else in heists or in mission stuff. A lot of the vehicles like the oppressors and the Luxos, things like that, those are not.
What's up,
You
Sully?
can't call those in heists and stuff.
I'm feeling
So
okay.
to
Little heartburn
me,
sometimes, but it's okay.
running through missions with a Karuma makes life so much simpler. Running through heist preps in a Karuma, armored Karuma, is so much simpler. That's what I recommend. Like that's like the first in my opinion, first vehicle like you want to kind of like save up for. If you're just starting out or whatever, trying to grind to get some money, save up for that armored Karuma, man. Get through those missions and stuff so much faster. Number two, though, is the Suppressor Mark II. This is great for solo grinding, like I'm doing now. I'm just kind of going from business to business. It's fantastic for that type of solo grinding. It's obviously got missiles with it. It's insanely fast. So yeah, this is what I highly recommend, just because it's so mobile, agile. You can get in between buildings super quick, things like that, and getting from business to business or in point A to point B really fast, so much easier. But again, this is like my go-to. I think most people's go-to for solo grinding is that Oppressor Mark II. Just don't turn into like an Oppressor Gremlin in private, or excuse me, in public lobbies. That's all I ask. Is yeah, don't be one of those guys. Number three is a sparrow or a buzzard. Do I have a buzzard? I do have a buzzard back in here. So I highly recommend those.
Hey,
As one, they can carry
Been in any
additional
trouble
people.
lately?
So I know this is
See you soon.
for solo. But
See
again,
ya.
they have the rockets on them, things like that. They're very fast, mobile, quickly. You can quickly call them in. Um, to like directly where you are, which is insanely nice to have a helicopter like right next to you. To get out super fast is great. You can call those in and through your through a sub or through your like a CEO business or whatever. Those are insanely fast. Again, the Sparrow you don't have to have weaponized, but you definitely want to weaponize it for sure. So yeah, definitely do that. Number four, the Amani Tech vehicles. The nice thing with the Amani Tech vehicles what is this? Is they're mainly useful for private. Oh, this is a street dealer. What am I doing? Private uh or public sessions. Sorry, I kept wanting to say private sessions. Like that's not right. They're mainly used for public sessions for sure. Um, because of the
Bye bye.
Oops, sorry, didn't mean to try to kick you there. Uh, Mainly just because of the amount of griefers and lobbies, having a Monitech with like the rocket jammers and extra armor where they can like tank a bunch of rockets, extremely useful. I know the electric vehicles through a Monitech, those can tank a little bit more, 2 or 4 more, something like that. I think they take like 12 rockets. So you add on the armor and the lock-on jammers, like it's massive, right? So huge for public sessions, and then obviously you can do like the oil slicks and all that other like random stuff on it. But It's really the armor and the lock-on jammers that are most useful, and that's you don't need that stuff if you're in public or you're in private session. I keep reversing them. If you're in private sessions all the time or just playing with friends, they're
For
not
real?
insanely useful. But if you're constantly in public sessions, then you definitely want a Money Tech.
Right here?
Absolutely.
I got
It's also a
this.
good business. The
Back
agency
before
is
you
definitely
know
one of the
it.
better businesses as well.
Hey.
And then I started out with the
See
acid
you later.
lab. So technically that's a business, but also technically it is a vehicle. You can drive it. Um, so that's another vehicle I highly recommend, mainly because in my opinion, it was one I did like super late. I was like, eh. I was one like when the acid lab came out, that DLC, I was kind of semi over GTA. I'm like, I've done everything in here. But that was actually a pretty unique DLC, so went back and did it. It is an insane solo business. Oh, there was like a G's cash up here with it. It's great. I think I want to say you can do about $60,000 an hour, but it's all passive, so you don't have to work for it. It's making you that money passively. So highly recommend that. The acid lab and selling it is super easy. So yeah, again, get the acid lab, easy money. The DLC or the missions that you do through it are actually pretty fun as well. So yeah, enjoy enjoy those. It's a little crazy for sure. What? Oh, just beer bottle. Where's this box?
Need to order more pre-cut 2x4s for my dojo.
Always like sitting around something, but I don't see it. And then last but not least, the Kusaka sub, I think is also very like highly recommended. One, you can get your Sparrow. That's the only way you can get the Sparrow, is through the sub. But you can also start up the Cayo Perico heist, which is with the Sparrow. You can complete that in like an hour-ish. It's not the easiest mission in the world, like as an inexperienced player. If you're not insanely experienced with it, it's not the easiest. It's not the easiest like heist to do solo. You can do it, but it's a lot easier with like friends or whatever. Oh, no, vibrating. There it is. It's a lot easier to do with friends, but you can do it solo. And then yeah, you get your Sparrow, and it's also like kind of a fun vehicle to do in public sessions. The rockets on it are fun. And then you can do all sorts of stuff. I've seen people put it like next to their yacht with the air defenses on, so people can't come at you in helicopters or whatever. So it's kind of fun to do, like just drive the sub and park it right next to your yacht, and turn your yacht defenses on. It's pretty funny. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are like the main recommendations that I have. I mean, getting like a supercar or something like that, like that's really good if you want to do races or something like that. But people can do all sorts of like different types of cars, so not everything is with supercars. So as far as like the racing and stuff goes, one, it's not a ton of money, but having like a good supercar or whatever is can be handy. But I never drive them around anymore unless I'm just goofing off. So yeah, that's my recommendations for solo grinders or solo players in GTA Online.